Hello viewers, this is Attorney Naresh Gehi talking to you about the 601A Unlawful Presence Waiver. This is a very important waiver and this is meant for people who are in the United States. Now, take an example that you came to America by crossing the border and you lived over there.
Yeah.
And now you know that you don't have a way of getting your green card because you crossed the border and you came there. Or you came with a visa and you overstayed your visa and now you cannot adjust under section 245 of the Immigration and Nationality Act. So the best way for you to cure your unlawful presence in the country, unlawful presence means you accrued unlawful presence by overstaying your visa, and if you accrue after 6 months, unlawful presence accrues from the time you're in the country. So you came on a visitor visa, you got your 6 months, but then after 6 months, you overstayed, you have a 3-year bar.
Okay.
And if you overstay for more than 1 year, you have a 10-year bar. So you cannot come back to America. Now you're disappointed that this happened, but you're very lucky. Now you found a beautiful person in your life, a great man or a great woman or a same-sex partner, and you cross the border here because you're inadmissible. You're inadmissible because under section 245 of the INA, you're not admitted, inspected or paroled. So now what do? You're married to this US citizen or to this green card holder. Can be a green card holder or a citizen first. Now, after your papers, your initial petition gets approved, there's great news for you. The 601A can help you to get a green card. Doesn't matter if your entry was illegal in the country. You crossed from Mexico. Great news. So through the 601A, you're showing hardship either to your spouse, who's a citizen or a green card holder, or to your parents who are citizens or green card holders, not your children. Not your children. Children, goodbye. Parents, welcome. Hardship to parents, hardship to spouse who can be a US citizen or a green card holder. The law requires you to show extreme hardship, so that once your extreme hardship is shown, then you get the waiver approved. And the good news is, once the provisional waiver is approved, you just travel to your country, get a visa stamped, get your green card and come back. Now, the best examples are as follows. Who can qualify for the unlawful presence waiver? Number one, think about your husband or your wife who's a green card holder who's applying for you and you cross the border. Excellent. Your 601A is approved, get a visa stamp, come back. But if you have children only, the answer is no, because this waiver specifically says that you have to show extreme hardship to a US citizen spouse or a green card holder spouse or to a green card holder parent or to a citizen parent.
Yes.
If you meet that requirement, you're good to go. Your illegal entry does not matter because the 601A is helping you to cure that. Now, another thing is that you came to America. You came with a visa, but you're married to a green card holder. But unfortunately, your green card holder spouse is very weak in English. She's weak. She cannot pass the citizenship test. Because she cannot pass the citizenship test, you're not an immediate relative. You're not an immediate relative, you cannot adjust status in the US.
Yeah.
Because what generally happens is if you're a green card holder, you apply for citizenship, and if your spouse came with a visa, you get your green card in the US because you're an immediate relative. But you're now in a preference category because the problem is you cannot become a citizen, and this man is crying, my wife is never going to pass the citizenship exam. Mr. Gay, what should I do? Think about the unlawful presence waiver. Apply for the 601A, get that approved, the person goes abroad, he comes back, he gets his green card too. This is excellent for people whose spouses cannot pass the citizenship exam. Now take another example, is that your father's in America and he's a green card holder. He just got his green card. Fantastic. You came on a student visa, you overstayed. You came on a visitor visa, you overstayed. Your I-130 is approved for the longest time. Because over here you're showing hardship to a US green card holder or a citizen, and you have accrued unlawful presence, 601A waiver. So even your parents can sponsor you, and you can qualify for the green card by using the unlawful presence waiver. Simple example is that here is Mr. Smith. He's a green card holder. He has a son who came to study in America. He did not go to school. He went for one semester, dropped out. He's out of status now. Mr. Smith applies for his green card processing. And now, when the time comes, you know that he cannot get his green card here because he's over 21 and he's not eligible for adjustment. So when you think about the unlawful presence waiver, first think whether can you adjust for your green card in the US or no. When the answer is no, then think about the unlawful presence waiver. If that is approved, great news for you. You qualify for the green card. So easy way to think about it is that number one, I crossed the border. First thing that should come to your mind is the I-601A.
Yeah.
Rule number one. Secondly, you're over 21, or your father petitioned you. You cannot find someone to marry. Think about the 601A. Your mother petitioned you, and right now you cannot find anyone to marry, and your petition date has come up. Think about the 601A because you're not adjustable in the US. So that's the easy way to think. People who commonly use the 601A waiver are people who cross the border and come to America. People who are over 21 over here and they cannot adjust, they use this because their parent has sponsored them. But the law is that even if your brother sponsors you, your brother, when that petition comes up, and if you have a parent, you can show the hardship to the parent and you can still qualify. But the law is you show the hardship to the parent and you're good to go. So folks, first thing is think whether you're out of status. Or think that you entered the US illegally by crossing the border, and either you have a spouse, you have a parent who's applying for you, hallelujah, that's your way towards your green card. People in foreign countries, when they come over here, sometimes they get stuck.
Yeah.
And we also help those people who are stuck so that they can come back to America. So if you're stuck in India or in any other country because of the 601A problem, it's good for you to make sure that you file it properly. If you get a 221G, you can still fight that out and you can say, hey, listen, I have my documents, help me to come back to America.
Thank you, sir.